Hello, this is Robyn Foss and welcome to another Artisan Quick Tip. I'm going to show you how to make multi-layered text shapes. Let's take a look at my sample page. I was building this page as a sample page for my winter weekend crop, and when I did the title, I ended up, let's zoom in, creating this multi-layer title shape. And I thought, hey, that's kind of cool. Why don't I do a video about it? So you can see it pulls in the colors from the papers on the page. Let me show you a couple more samples and then I'll demonstrate how to do this. So this one again, I pulled in the colors from the papers. The basic steps are you start with the title shape and you add a stroke. Then you add what I call a glow border, and I'll explain that more in just a minute. Then you have to flatten it and you add another glow border. So I start with a white text shape with a color that's coordinating stroke, and then the glow border is another coordinating color. Or if you wanted to, you could put a white in between. So it's up to you. My last sample, you can see I put white in between the layers. So that's kind of a fun look too. And the thickness of your glow border is really going to depend on what looks good to you. I try to match the color of the thickness of my stroke. So again, title shape with the stroke. The stroke is a color that coordinates with your page. The fill on your title shape, I was picking white. I felt like it looked good with that, but you can definitely play around with other colors. Then I did a glow border. Glow border, I'm using that term because typically I use glow to be kind of a diffuse way to make something stand out on a page. And here the density is full and the softness is 0, and it makes a more kind of a line around your element. Then again, you flatten it and add a white glow border, and then flatten and add a shadow to make it pop on the page. So you can adjust the colors and how many layers you want and how thick they are to get infinite number of possibilities. Okay, so I will have this handout on my blog, and it'll be listed in the description below, a link to that, along with these samples. And then this one is Lisa Kuthi. She made this awesome page, and look at her multicolor title shape that she made. So cool. And then she did another one, Ollivander's. Very cool. And Hogwarts Express. So very, very fun. Okay, let's go to Artisan. And I'll kind of slide over on the side here and zoom in. Start with the insert ribbon, and then we're going to go to the text section and shape. And then I used Whip Smart, which I like, but and I haven't really played around too much with script shapes, but I know like the straight edge shapes work real well with this. Fill, solid color, my little color window pops up. I'm going to make it white. And then I do find that if I do bold, it gives me a little more material to work with. And then a color for the stroke. So solid color, sample, and we'll do the green, and okay. And then 2 to 3, depending, you can change it afterwards. So let's type in that title. We'll go ahead and do, let's see, Fun Times. And then we'll say create. So one thing to pay attention to is, depending on how jagged your shape is, you might want to do your joints rounded. So you would go right click, stroke, and then format. And right here it says line joints, round. It'll just make it smoother for later. It all depends on the font that you choose, how much that'll really help. And then I can tell here, it just looks like that stroke is a little too thick, so I'm going to go down to 2. All right. And now we're going to add what I'm calling a glow border. So Format, Shadow Section, Glow. And again, we'll pick a color from the page. So, or actually let's do the white in between. So solid color, white, and we will do softness 0, expansion, I kind of guesstimate around 21, and then density 100. So that 21 is way too thick for me. I am going to adjust that, make it 10. Let's see. Click to another one and see how that looks. And I'm going to go 5. Click to the other one. That's better. Okay, so to me, in my eyes, that's very close to the thickness of the stroke. We'll zoom in a little bit and you can see how the white and green layers are very similar. Okay, so we'll say okay. Now to add more layers, we're going to have to flatten. Quick way to get there is right click, flatten, and now we'll start again with another glow layer or glow border. So glow, pick the last one that you did. That's a quick cheat. You don't have to do all the settings. And then a color on the page. So right here, color on the page. And then if I wanted to do another layer, I'd have to flatten it. So again, let's show you another way. Arrange tab, flatten, and then Format, Ribbon, Glow. And we'll grab that. Color, orange, sounds good to me. So as you can see, it's starting to fill in between the letters. You know, there's going to be a limit where you're going to probably have to stop. Maybe we should put a white in between these so they stand out better. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay. And then flatten. So another place to flatten. Home ribbon, flatten. And then Format ribbon, glow. Now we'll do the orange. And orange, cool. Okay. And right click, flatten, and I think I will give it maybe one less white. So this thing's very, very chunky. Okay, white, there we go. And then arrange, flatten, and then format heavy. I just did the heavy because, you know, you can even do light, but I want it to stand out on the page. Let's remove it. You can see it kind of blends in, giving it a little bit of a shadow makes it stand out. Just play around with different fonts and different colors, and again, it's multi-layer text shape is what I'm calling it. So have fun. I can't wait to see your pages. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.